They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. We got that work, work, work. 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 Just watch us cook. T.S.L, competitor shook. So look, come check us out on Saturday. See what the hype's about. We doper than you. DMV PG come through. Y'all not nicer than us. You got more views, but you still look sus. We got the OGs ride. No puss here, cause here we still slide. No hide. We got that work. No sponsor logo on the shirt. Go support Garvey and Gabby Mo. Can't work Katrina. Now watch us go, go, go. R.I.P. Chuck Brown. Gotta pay homage for that DMV sound. They not like us. 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 We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work, work. We got that work.
We roll them in and out, no doubt, without question. Talk to everybody from any fucking section, from VA to DC and PG. Look up in the sky, it's stars on the scene. Going state to state, you can't see the dream. We flooding up the hood, can't possibly know what I mean. Look, Vaso, we coming for the cream, no diddy. Setting up the table for the game, is you with me? Bangs on the beat anytime we step in it. No slack in the lyrics, we just go get it. Let it bang, we did it. Industry upended. The show goes on without us, don't feel it. Shooting up the city, no cap, it's the district. 80 Mason dot one mission. Crank the city, no cap, it's the district. 80 Mason dot one mission. Crank the city.
They not like us. 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 We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work, work.
Fuck them other niggas. I ain't worried about the T.S.L shit going live. I know you heard about them really getting straight to the bands. You wanna argue about it, grown niggas crying for attention. Now let's talk about it when it come to doing this music. Y'all ain't fucking with me, really gatekeepers over here for the DMV. Really love the guests in the tops, they love the energy. Move low key in the streets, I'm like a centipede. And it's in this pounds of the tree, I'm like dispensary. Ain't no sponsor for none of the streets or the industry. Throw the shit on all year, I'm in Valencia. See by both my wife VS1, she like simplicity. Fuck these other niggas pretending they acting finicky. I done son a lot of you niggas, they like my mini-me's with the turkey bags and the link. Or my fashionees, switch the hustle up on these niggas, I'm in the botany. Middle finger up in the sky, fuck creating peace.
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work, work. We got that work, work,
yeah,
work.
Team Sack, playing in the air, baby. Let's go. Every Saturday, got dope content. No gossip over here, that's female shit. OG's blessings, score blunt and dink. That's DMV shit that'll make you think. We got topics on topics, best of the guests. Garvey, you the chosen one. With the flex, got credit work Katrina, style breaking necks. Y'all ain't know, it's Mace Man, O.80 J, and we on Rip Radio. Mixed with the trunk with no debate. We gon' rock the boat. Look, J too funny, Joe Jack with jokes. Gas hunters with the gas, man, y'all ready to smoke? Yeah, and you know what? Okay, we the best podcast out, no joke. Yeah.
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us.
She said I was slick. Tried to hit her up, must've looked like a dick. Women don't know what they need till they see me wearing a Gucci watch they need. I was raised to be humble, then I saw my ex on Bumble. Now I gotta flex, flex on that crazy mental X. But I count all my blessings. Gotta make sure my grandma's smiling from heaven. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm going through. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Rebuild my structure again. Just to have my glass house fall down again. Now she said I once acted cold. I'm not the same person who once acted bold. I gave into my ego mold. I mean, at least that's what she told. But me, I'm still standing on my 2 feet. Got my freedom and free time to work on me. Now I'm gonna spend my time entertaining my funny little lines. Who knows nothing? Nothing's in it for me. Rap just helps me speak freely. You don't know what I'm going through. I don't know what I'm
Welcome. We are back here again, right? Thank you for everyone joining me here on T.S.L, where we are the voice of the entire DMV, right? Yes. That includes Baltimore, and yes, that includes Washington, D.C., right? I am your host. I am your pilot, the Dude 80, and I have a special one for you today, right? Okay. All right. This is episode 106/35 here on the Great Rip Radio, right? Thank you to Rip Radio, and thank you to the good Trump for having us here again, right? Okay. All right. So I do have a special guest, and he is in the green room. We will bring him up shortly, but before we do, let me say this. All right. Usually I don't do this, but here we go. Right? Okay. All right. So I celebrated a birthday, right? I celebrated a birthday on November the 24th, right? And this is what I noticed. Get older. When you get older. When I was younger, I wanted everybody to know it was my birthday. Everybody, I wanted to know it was my birthday, right? When you get older, not so much, right? Not so much. So I did something different this year, and I want to say it was more satisfying to myself. I kept my birthday so local, so secretive, so personal, right? I didn't go on social media, didn't blast it, you know what I'm saying? Took myself out, it was peaceful, it was quiet, you know what I'm saying? And for those, this is what I really appreciate. This is what I appreciate. Even though I didn't put it out on social media, for those who reached out to me, right? I'm very appreciative of that, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't let people know, So the people who did know reached out to me and wished me happy birthday, and that was a great thing, right? I really appreciate that, because they didn't have to do it, and it wasn't on Front Street. I ain't posted nowhere, like you ain't see it nowhere. So the only reason that
you seen it is either you know me or probably Facebook. Probably Facebook, right? And I'm barely on Facebook, right? Okay, all right. One more thing. All right. I love hip hop, right? I love hip hop. I love indie hip hop, especially, right? And this is why. Just for, let's just say, our guest today. Our guest today is the reason why I love indie hip hop, right? Because indie hip hop don't have a face. Indie hip hop don't have a race. Indie hip hop is a struggle for the artist, right? We do it for the passion. We do it as a hobby. We all got 9 to 5. We go to school. We got other things, right? So indie hip hop for us started as a hobby, as a release, as medicine. You know what I'm saying? So, but the great thing about indie hip hop is, even though it's faceless, anywhere you go, right, you can find a dope artist, right, with a dope song, right, and places you never expect. Usually I'm in the DMV. I specialize in the DMV, but every now and again, I do have people who reach out to me outside of the DMV, and I'm also appreciative of people who reach out, who want to be on the show. And this is one of the guests who definitely reached out. I checked them out. Dope artist. He was never on my radar, but I'm glad he reached out because he is definitely a dope artist, right? So let's do it. Good Trump. Let's bring our guest on, please, sir.
Whoa.
There we go. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay. First and foremost, I appreciate you, for even entertaining what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. That's one thing that, as an indie artist, okay, so it's similar to.
First, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry, I'm gonna let you get it all out, right? So, okay, so I'm just gonna tell you what it feels like when an indie artist reach out to me, right? It's like going to an open mic or a showcase, right? When you go to an open mic or a showcase, the people that you see that's close, that's jamming to your music, you lock in with them, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it might not be everybody, but it's certain people that you lock in with that's filling your groove, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's what this feels like. You know what I'm saying? I'm appreciative for all indie artists, especially outside of the DMV, and you fall into that category. So we're going to get this plane in the air. So let's do it. Okay, so introduce yourself to the family, please.
What's going on, fam? I'm Bryce. I go by Bryce. You can follow me on all platforms. Bryce, BRYCE .VROOMAN. That's Vrooman. I'm Bryce Vrooman. I'm a local MC in Detroit. I've been just putting the grind on, head down the path, and just been working really hard at it. I've been super appreciative. Thank you for this opportunity to get to come on, talk about my music. And hi, from Detroit.
Do it. Let's do it. I'm going to enjoy this for so many different reasons. You're not from the area, but now what you get to do is you get to take us on a journey to Detroit and listen to your music. So that's great. That's great, right? That's what this platform is for, right? It's for exchanging value for value, where we can exchange whatever you got going on to whatever I got going on, and we can just stay in contact. And anything that comes my way, I'll pass it to you, and vice versa, right? So let's do it. Okay. So first and foremost, all right. So what made you reach out to me? Like, how did you even get on my radar for you to even reach out to me?
Yeah, I had one of my buddies reposted one of your, I believe it was your 4th last video, and I checked it out. And I really liked it. I loved your energy. I'm like, oh, I gotta DM him right now. I'm like, I gotta come on. And once I saw that, I was like, it'd just be fun to just talk about music, talk about different influences, and what made you create, this atmosphere and this audience and this crowd? Because years ago, I used to like have fun with an online show and like an online podcast, and I got into interviewing in Kalamazoo, and I got to like interview Western Michigan basketball players, and I've just always loved just to sit down and talk about music at the end of the day, because I feel like that's what everybody connects to. I mean, right out of the gate. A good icebreaker is, what are you listening to? What type of music are you listening to in your car ride, in your AirPods when you're at work, or when you're walking through the grocery store? Like, I always have an AirPod in. I have to listen to music when I'm in a grocery store, or I just feel off. I feel lost. So with me, I always, just go to the music. Everything you need to know about me is through my music. It's who I am. It's what I live for, and that's why I'm here today.
Dope. And through that music, that's where it like I stated earlier, is faceless, has no color, is genderless. It doesn't matter. It is we speak the same language when it comes to music, right? Because if you like a song, you like a song. It don't matter what song it is. It don't matter who it is, right? If you like a song, you just like a song, right? So, okay, all right. So, all right, you said Detroit. So, okay, so what part of Detroit do you represent?
Yeah, so what part I represent of Detroit? So I represent the 810. I'm from about 20 minutes north of Ann Arbor, and over the summer, I started going to a lot of Detroit venues as a Michigan rapper, or what I consider myself as an MC. I love the city of Detroit so much; they always welcome me to come back and rap and to do my rhymes and to share this crazy ass time. And representing Detroit for me is representing someone that hasn't given up. Something that you have to be passionate about in Detroit is you have to practice, and you have to practice your ass off. And if you show up half-assed, or you're high, you're drunk, or doing some crazy shit, people just don't like it, and they'll say it right to your face. So really getting out in the Detroit scene in July and going to shows and being myself, being something I'm not. I grew up with hip hop. I grew up listening to LL Cool J is one of my top 5 favorite rappers of all time.
Wow.
Pac is my all-time favorite, but I grew up listening to him with my mom majority, and I grew up with hip hop as my dad was a drummer. I grew up listening to the Beastie Boys. I knew who Rick Rubin was, Pharrell Williams. I'm like, oh, I know who Snoop Dogg is. But the biggest thing with my dad was always NWA. And my dad was a Livonia cop, which is about 5 minutes east of Detroit. And I come from a divorced family, a separated household. And when I was 14, I thought, I'm going to piss my dad off. I used to go in the basement, hit all these CDs. And I was doing some dumb shit in high school. And I beat him home before he came home from work. So I decided he had these giant 16, I think there were 24 rack subwoofers in the basement. I threw on Straight Outta Compton NWA, thinking I was going to piss my dad off. I skipped the fuck the police. I hear him coming in through the garage. I hear the footsteps downstairs. And then he was reciting all the intro parts to Ice Cube. And I was like, oh, he goes, I grew up with this. That CD, that's from 1989. And I was like, what? I open, I go, oh shit, he got this from Kmart. I go, wow, this I was 14. I'm 23 now. So like, God, I was back in 2016, probably 2017. I was like, wow, this thing's old. But I just grew up always appreciating hip hop. When I first started, I was 14 years old. It's gonna be fan lore. It's all right. At that time, when I was a freshman in high school, 6ix9ine, XXXTentacion, Ski Mask the Slump God, Trippie Redd, Lil Peep. There was all Juice WRLD. There was all these new coming rappers from SoundCloud, and everybody was on it. It was like the new wave of hip hop. Anybody could do it. And growing up with my mom loved Kanye. My mom loved Pac. My mom was so driven about the style of MC and the style of poetry and what was said. I was connected with that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a SoundCloud page. I'm gonna make myself a SoundCloud artist. I was on the back of my school bus going home to my grandparents, and I'm like, I'm gonna go by. All right, my last name's Vrooman. All these rappers got this Lil in front of it. I'm like, I'm gonna be Lil Vrooman V. And I made like 2 songs on SoundCloud. They were horrible. They were horrible. I got bullied so much in high school for it. I freestyled the whole thing. Never got practicing freestyling and how you want to memorize the backing syllable of each word that will rhyme with the next one. It's called flow. It's called fluent. I didn't pick out any of my rhyming words. I just started going right at this beat. There was GarageBand. I made like a 4 sample beat. I go, there's a hype beginning. I can rap in the middle. I can come up with a chorus and take an instrument out. I can plug in a second verse, chorus. I did it. I can call myself a musician. It was horrible. Really bad. It was so bad that when I went to college, people reported it to SoundCloud for this musician to be taken down. Got taken down. It was bad. I mean, people used to be walking behind me. I had this freestyle. I don't know where I pulled it from. I said back, back, back 3 times in a row, but I like tried dropping the K. It was just horrible. It was a horrible idea, but I always came back to hip hop. I never left it. I always loved it. It was my first love. I mean, for me, like, I started really understanding what rhyming and poetry schemes were, and rhyme schemes, when I was probably 6 years old. I had a really bad stutter, and I was in 2nd grade, and my teacher made me pick out a song that I had to lyrically rhyme while talking, like a slam poetry session of a song I was listening to a lot in the car. And what both of my mom would play 7 Nation Army, and my dad would play Lose Yourself by Eminem. And when I really started in the beginning, when I was 7, I had to learn all of Lose Yourself. If you came over to my studio here in Detroit, there's Lose Yourself references everywhere, because that's the song where I just had to memorize and break that student's cadence of like, I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. It would fail, but I was like, hey, when I was 7 years old, he skip front of the classroom and be like, spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface, I had to learn that so many times, repetition, and I just started learning about, wow, that was my first time learning a cadence. And it seems like every rapper I've kind of spoken to privately, they're like, what's that song that like you're basically like your karaoke song of like, man, I'm in the car, I got my boys, I'm trying to impress them right now. We're going to Love and Tequila in Detroit. I'm going to put on Lose Yourself, and everybody's going to be like, what the? Or I'm like, Bad by LL Cool J. I'm bad. Everybody, what the? Who is
You know
this
what?
guy?
I'm glad you said that. I'm Bad was
84.
the first song that I learned how to rap all the way through.
Really?
I'm Bad was the first song that I learned how to rap all the way through. I was like,
Wow.
this dude is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And for me, like, I've always with hip hop, there's such an influence of style too that I grew up loving, and I've always wanted the big fat chain. I can't rock a rain hat. I can't rock that, but the big fur jacket. I mean, there was that time even growing up listening to it. Like, I love boxing. That's how I stay in good shape. I'm not competing. I'd love to do an amateur fight here in Detroit. I used to fight at around like 168 pounds, but I'm 175 right now, and I'm not in condition. I gotta get back to running. But anyways, Mama, I'm gonna knock you out. That music video gets me hyped all the time. And with a film background, it's so raw. It shows everything in that time period. It's like a time capsule. I'm like, wow. Like, Mama say, knock you out. What? I'm gonna knock you out. Oh.
Okay. Let me address the elephant in the room, right? Right. And I would say, a lot of people might not mention it now, right? But when this artist came out, he had the rap game in a chokehold, and you couldn't deny it, right? Fucking Eminem, right? Eminem was so fucking dope. One of my favorite albums is Marshall Mathers. Marshall Mathers is probably one of my favorite albums from Eminem, right?
Yeah, to to say real quick, I have this Greek word as an artist. It's called the magnum opus. And what this meaning is, as an artist, you have that one piece of art that I feel shows what your life turned out, your biggest moment, your 7 minutes of fame. I have a wall of records that I flip through. It's up over there. And Marshall Mathers LP for me right now is on it. But I decided to say that real quick because that's
classic.
It's a classic one.
Classic. Sure. Slim Shady too. That what was that? The first one.
Slim Shady LP. That's on the wall as well.
Dope. But Marshall Mathers is my favorite. I gotta address this because you're from Detroit. And you're young. You're a young guy. So
yes. Okay. And for my fans that see that, I have rap battled twice and won both times.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So first and foremost, when I say Eminem to you, right? What do you think of when I say Eminem to you? Specifically?
Yeah, what I hear Eminem for me is a thank you. For me, at that time, and to really look into the history of where I've been doing a lot of my shows from, and a lot of my shows I do now. For my fans that are watching, I'm performing on Vinewood, 7 in Greenfield, 7 Mile in Greenfield, where there was this bar shop. It's called the Hip Hop Shop, where he used to go every Saturday and rap. I've done that about 5 times. I've been in some basements off of Haggerty and Gratiot, behind Terry's Casablanca, where he put up his Infinite poster, and it's framed in a couple of the houses I've been in. And knowing that he printed 10,000 copies of his first album called Infinite that not a lot of people know of, and he put 10,000 copies all over downtown Detroit. So when I hear his name, I hear thank you. I see a path that is achievable in my mind, because I feel as an artist that we always feel that it's not achievable and it's way too out of reach. And to see someone that has done it, did it, it is achievable, gives me confidence in knowing that I'm in the right place. Because when you're an artist too, and when you start getting a little bit of notoriety, people start getting in your ear and telling you what you should and shouldn't do. And that's why I always say, just be true to yourself. So whenever I hear Eminem, I hear, thank you, dude. You opened up an actual achievable lane as someone that's loved hip hop and appreciates the craft. The biggest thing that's preached at the shows too is be yourself. Don't be something you're not, because a lot of people can see right through it.
That's a fact. And that's why we loved Eminem. At that time, Eminem was okay. All right. So let me say this. Growing up in the hood, right? Growing up in the hood is it's a few people that you always going to be in, you always going to encounter. Right? Because they're poor as well. Right? You have the Spanish community, right? And then you have the white community, and then you have us, right? And we all in the same area. And no matter how hard you get, no matter how tough you get, you always have some buddies that's white, Spanish, and all that, right? And they cool as fuck, right? And Eminem, the reason we loved Eminem, because his pain, right? It's his pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though a lot of things we couldn't relate to, killing your mom. I mean, we all know it was jokes. We all know, right? Killing your wife, putting in the trunk. We all know that, right? But the thing was, his lyrics was so superior, right? And he was just being him, right? So for a white rapper to be trending in the DC area is huge. It's fucking huge, right? You know what I'm saying? You really got to be dope, right? Because we didn't grasp the Vanilla Ice wave. We didn't go that wave. You know what I'm saying? But Eminem, we loved Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Because he respected culture. He was dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
a good thing about hip hop is, like I said again, it has no face, it has no color. It's just when you like something, you like something. And Marshall Mathers, I can put against a lot of albums, and he will fuck them up. And even the new one where he did the
Death of
return is this. I could put. I'm telling you, I loved it so much because
Me
he
too.
took it back to the essence of the Slim Shady that back then we didn't know he was so reckless. Like at the time we heard him rapping, you know what I'm saying? But now when you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, he was reckless as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But we loved it. We love this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta support Eminem. I fuck with Eminem, you know, so respect the Eminem. So okay, so your peers, you know what I'm saying? You outside of music, your peers who don't really do music, like what do they think of Eminem in Detroit?
Controversy.
Huh.
It's been a mixed audience with older peers because there's been he's not really from Detroit. He's not from Detroit. He's from Warren. I've been corrected with that a few times. The reason why he was successful is he took you in a different journey of hearing what I've heard of like white shit. He took you across 8 Mile to something that you've never really heard of. And he is one of the best storytellers of all time. He's able to take you on a whole nother journey, a whole nother space within his alter ego that is Slim Shady. That was a concept because he was an artist and he loved playing with words. He's one of the best breaking down syllable MCs of all time, where he's just able to change the word into a different phrase and a different concept. And then just with him, he's made his presence known to the people that have seen me and seen him when he was on his come up. Those people that have seen him in 95 on 7 Mile in Greenfield at the hip hop shop still go to underground shows in Detroit. So it's always like, again, the thank you to him of, oh, this is achievable. And then he's just always been someone that respected it. Didn't try to be something he's not. And that's why I just say thank you again, because growing up, there's this idea that, oh, well, I'll just be a SoundCloud rapper and like live that lifestyle and call myself a rapper. But for me, I always wanted to know the history of it. And I wanted to know, okay, where did it come from? How did it stem to this? Why do I enjoy this? Oh, I like it because of this instrument and this instrument. And that there was always this Kanye quote I felt was interesting of like, no, today's rappers were yesterday's rock stars. And growing up with a predominantly rock family as well, there's not a lot of big rock bands anymore. They call them all legacy bands. And I just always gravitated more of hip hop's in your face. All MCs want your attention. We're just trying to say it in different ways.
That's a fact. And tell our story. That's a fact.
Right.
Right. So, okay.
Yeah.
Salute. Slim Shady, Eminem, one of the GOATs, one of the best to ever do it. Definitely, right? Okay. All right. So, okay. So how old was you when you started taking hip hop serious?
I would say 22. Yep. I've been really, like I said, going really hard since July. I took about 2 years to build my voice and my cadence, and to really consider this of like, I've always wanted to do this. Let's get to this. Because I've always wanted to be an artist in general. When I went to college, my first album came out in 2022. It's called I'm Never Gonna Make It. It was a punk album. I played guitar. I wanted to do, man, I just wanted your attention. But then it went into this weird guitar time. And then finally going to shows, working on the cadence for 2.5 years, working on the connections. We're here. This took a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of planning. and a lot of doing it right instead of doing it wrong and getting burned.
But that is the key ingredient for indie artists is we get all the wrong shit out the way first. Right? You do all that shit out. You get all that out the way first, because it does a couple things. It teaches you the right way, the wrong way. It also teaches you you don't always have to follow everyone's direction. You follow your own direction. You get your stage presence polished. You learn with experience how to perform, what you need to do on stage, what you need to do in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So all the wrong things early in the indie artist is healthy, is what you need. So now when you get older, and you get to a certain level, you know exactly, all right, this is what I need to do. I can't do this. So you're more prepared, you know what I'm saying, because you took a lot of L's early. Yeah. And that is the great thing about indie artists, right? Okay. So well, do people still listen to Eminem there? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He just had the Thanksgiving and the Thanksgiving halftime show for the Lions.
Okay.
People listen to him. Oh yeah. He's still huge. He's still the way he is. A lot of people still listen to the Slim Shady LP.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their parents in Detroit stole that record, threw it in the street, and burned it and stomped on it. That's been the cool stories. And then just him coming back and him opening Shea 45, which is a record company in Detroit that he owns and has worked with local Detroit rappers and has helped the scene. I think most people think he could do more though, because he is here. He predominantly lives in Birmingham. I forgot where he lives. St. Clair Shores area. But yeah, so there's this stigma. Oh, people love him. But there's this thing of like, man, in the art scene, I wish we saw you more.
Now, you're an artist, right? So for people who don't do music, it's a reason why he can't be everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so low key. He's so out the way that he's probably in a lot of places, but you won't know it.
Yeah, there's just been this, I don't know, at least even today, talking to people at work, and the Detroit Free Press today, Big Sean and Usher donated $1 million to the Detroit Boys and Girls Club. And some people were like, why doesn't M do stuff like that? I go, I don't know what to say. I'm like, that's sick. Big Sean's always around Castech. I was at a show where 42 Doug appeared to support a couple rappers there. He's been blowing it up here in Detroit. And then just with my mom teaching him Brightmoor, T Grizzly, he's always coming home in Brightmoor and Joy Road. Like, I don't know. So me as a, indie hip hop rapper right now, it's just like, wow, we all give each other a piece of the pie. Everybody kind of networks really well and lets everybody know, hey, this guy's blowing up. Oh, you need to meet him tonight. And like, oh, now you got him as a contact and I can bounce ideas and advice off of. Like, there's this thing in Detroit that there's enough of the pie that everybody can have it. And that's why I say right now, Detroit's got the best hip hop scene, in just my opinion. I mean, Kevin Durant just said it to Kate Cunningham. It's something in Detroit we're really like, wow, they've been saying our city's been, on the come up, is coming back, but like we feel like it's already been here, and I think that's just showing signs of everybody in Michigan. I mean, Babytron from Ipsy, he was a big one. He was on that Eminem album. Toby Maguire got bit by a spider.
Mm-hmm.
He was on that. T Grizzly, First Day Out. And then there's the 810 scene where I'm from, Rio the Young OG, BF the Pac-Man, Big Mike. Those are some big names right now from my zip code is what you call it. But being from the area code of 810, I'm like, there's a piece of this pie, and I do believe people will like know my name. And there's this little saying that like we all kind of say each other because we're all going to the same venues in Detroit. And we're always kind of seeing each other. And there's just like this thing of like, there's a piece of the pie. It's achievable. It's right there. You know, we all try to help each other out. And there's a brotherhood with it. You know, you go to a Detroit game, so many people that follow you now and people that have added you, they see your location on Snap Maps and then they hit you up on Snap. We got to take a photo and put it on the story. Did you bring your buffs? I'm like, did you bring your buffs? I'm like, my fake buffs? I go, it doesn't matter. 810, we got to wear the buffs. I'm like,
What's buffs? What's buffs?
So buffs is this like sunglass style by Cartier, where if you are on the come up in Detroit and you're in the come up and just you're seen in the 810 in general, and people know you are, there's just this weird little inside joke with all Detroit hip hop rappers that wear the buffs, the Cartiers. They're little square sunglasses. They're usually blue, but so many Detroit rappers wear them that it's like, all right, we're in this together. But I'm always carrying my fake ones, and it's even a good reminder of, wow, this is a brotherhood. We really are in this together. You know.
Well, since you brought up the where you from, and you brought up Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is where I'm from. He's from here, right? You know what I'm saying?
Love KD from DC.
That's a fact. The DMV. That's a fact, right? So, you said the 810. Is that was M repping that on 8 Mile?
No, he was repping the 313. That's Detroit area code.
Okay. Okay. Got you.
313. But yeah, that's the big one. Everybody's on 313, 313. Yeah, it's always love that.
All right, so another elephant in the room. I got two elephants in the room. So another elephant in the room I'm bring up. When I say BMF, what do you think of when I say BMF? Anything? What's the stories, around the younger generations about BMF and all that? Just curious.
I don't know.
Okay. Big Meech and all that, is people don't know too much about BMF. Dope. Okay.
Yeah, what is it? You don't mind me asking.
BMF, Big Meech was one of the biggest drug dealers coming out of Detroit. Right?
Oh, I always hear about White Boy Rick.
He was with him. Yes. So
yeah.
Big Meech was the one.
Yeah.
Big Meech was the one who brought out Young Jeezy.
Yep.
Big Meech.
I saw him at Masonic Temple.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Even though he moved to Atlanta.
Thank you for the refresher. Damn.
Even though he moved to Atlanta, he is from Detroit.
Yep. He's
from Detroit. And White Boy Rick, yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's a fact, right? So okay. That's dope. Okay, all right. How is do you guys have open mics? And because I know you have showcases, right? So how was that scene with the indie artists in Detroit?
Yeah, so MC nights where kind of older crowds go to kind of work on their freestyles. Trixie's Bar, Ryan's Lounge, and the New Dodge Lounge. All three of them are in Hamtramck. A lot of them, so Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, they'll do like 1 minute freestyle competition. You can go up freestyle for a minute. Me personally, as a freestyler, I bring a lot of props. I write a lot of rhymes around my phone. So I'm usually like talking like, oh, my ex just hit me up again. No, I'm just kidding. There's no one there. I'm my only friend. People are like, oh. So yeah, you usually get a minute at those three places. Bankrose Productions on 7 Mile and Greenfield. That's next to the hip hop shop. They still do like on and off again, occasional rap battles. I really enjoy those. Those always get super rowdy. And then there's a lot of promoters. There's a lot of Detroit promoters that are all trying to do the same thing and promote and try to make an earning as a promoter. I've noticed that some people go more into, putting on a show and producing and promoting than working on their rhymes and working on their craft. They found more earnings with probably stable promotion. I mean, so when it comes to promotion and good venues, there's Harpo's, Snoop Dogg played there in the I want to say late 80s. Then it turned into like a metal bar, so Iron Maiden and Slayer performed there as well. And then if you've really made it, you open Masonic Temple. A lot of rappers that have made it and that I've seen, including Yeezy, Yeezy the Snowman, T Grizzly, 42 Doug, they'll bring Skilla Baby. They'll bring out local Detroit acts that promoters will be like, maybe Skilla Baby will text like 5 promoters in Detroit, and they'll all give like a list of guys they've been impressed by. And then all of a sudden, Skilla Baby will send his contact, a DM to their Instagram. Boom. Can you open tonight, Masonic Temple? And there's your start. And that stuff's always around the corner. But a lot of promotions. We have, I did Hart Plaza down in Detroit. That was a big deal. That's where you can kind of cross to go to Canada. It's nice downtown. There's a lot of places to play in Detroit. And there's a saying of like, you can't perform outside of Michigan until you've made it in Detroit. So it's interesting going down the path of like, well, when do I get the nod to go play in Cleveland and to go play in Chicago and to go play down in Dayton, Ohio, like, or Columbus? But there's getting a need and definitely a hunger for me as an artist to start traveling outside the, Detroit area.
And the best way to do it is like what you're doing here, is to get online, do it. Because I'm from the DMV, it'd be nothing for you to come to the DMV to hit me up. They'd be like, "Yeah, what's popping? What's going on?" Like that's the network. That's the art of networking, right? And that's the beauty of podcast and Zoom and all that. Because now you gave us a nice vacation to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like on a Thursday. Like who knew that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Snow on the ground. The Lions are playing the Cowboys.
I'm glad you said that. Another goat that I have to mention, one of my favorites, my number one of all time, Barry Sanders.
Let's go.
All time. Barry fucking Sanders is the best.
That.
If all time. That's my favorite of all time. So I just wanted to put that out there. So, okay.
Who's your favorite wide receiver of all time?
I like Megatron. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I was.
I like Megatron. Like it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I'm old school, so you know what I'm saying. I come from the Jerry Rices and all that. But
that's what I was thinking. He's so old school. He's going Jerry.
Yeah,
that's a great answer.
I mean, but Megatron he's like LeBron. He's just one of them specimens. Like he was different. He was. Yeah. What was you gonna do? Like he was a beast. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
you team him in the end zone. Yeah. Except LeBron's got rings. We still have never been to a Super Bowl.
But that's the reason why places like the DMV, we love Barry, because we seen Barry every game with no help, and he still was the best running back in the whole league.
Yeah,
by himself, no offensive line, no nothing. Like he did his thing every Sunday. So you got to respect a person who and he would something about Detroit that I noticed. It's kind of similar to the DC area, right?
Right.
I would say that we are very humble, blue collar people who don't really want the spotlight. Well, we will bust your ass in a competition. Like we will bust your ass, but we so humble. You know what I'm saying? This is just what we do. Like you know what I'm saying? But we not flashy. You know what I'm saying? We not all that. That's us. So I gotta salute Detroit, because a lot of people from Detroit are humble, but they will bust your ass in a competition. So salute to Detroit, right? Okay, so if I was to go to Detroit, right? What would you say is some of the places that I have to go to?
Well, first, Lafayette County.
Okay, what's that?
So there's a rivalry between two Conies right next to each other. Down
What is a coney? What is a coney? What is a coney?
Coney dog. So it's a hot dog.
Okay, okay, so a glizzy.
Glizzy
Okay.
with chili.
Oh, for the record, we made up the name glizzies. Like glizzy came from the DC.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, sorry,
That's
but
true.
you knew exactly what I was talking about when I said. Okay, sorry.
That's awesome. No, but yeah, so that's what a Coney dog is. So there's a rivalry, and I just gotta say it's Lafayette Coney, but
hold on.
Lafayette or
Oh. When you say rivalry, what you guys having like a glizzy eating contest? Is that what you guys doing?
Oh, it's a contest between who's got the best, pretty much chili glizzy. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take
personal, especially I think it's national just shut down, but it's back open. But there's always been this rivalry of who's got the best Coney in Detroit. So yeah, definitely.
That's what you guys call it, a coney. It's a coney.
Yeah, Coney dog. It's crazy, but they're so good. They're awesome. But the next, after you probably go there, maybe nightcap off with that. Got to go to Woodward Ave, where you get to see Ford Field, Comerica Park, Little Caesars Arena. So
Ford Field is the football field.
That's our football indoor stadium. You'd pass Comerica Park, where you see the Tigers play, and then you would pass Little Caesars Arena, where the Red Wings and the Detroit Pistons play.
Okay.
And while you're passing all that, you're passing the Fillmore. You're passing the Fox Theater, which is a massive theater that a lot of people perform at. You pass the Gucci store and Louis Vuitton. Woodward's awesome. You get to see what I feel is the comeback of Detroit. And the more you keep going down Woodward, the more I feel you get into the historical side of Detroit. And you pass Masonic Temple, and you starting to get into the Wayne State, which is a D2 college. I think they're D1. But you pass Detroit, Mercy, and you get a good sense of that grit, what Detroit stood for, the history, and what it's been through. Because my fans and people that are outside of Michigan that have hit me up, bro, I gotta come see you perform, and we go up 8 Mile. I'm like, okay.
Where is that? Where is that from you? How far is that from you?
How far? 8 Miles, 15 minutes away from me. But 8 Mile is a whole east-way highway that leads you to St. Clair Shores. 8 Mile in parts divides Detroit from Warren, but it also divides Livonia from Farmington. Like 8 Mile, I believe, stretches 40 miles out east from St. Clair Shores all the way out to the suburbs, or
And you know what? The only reason
out to Fowlerville.
The only reason I'm asking you this is because first of all, we're not from there, but we
right.
It's Eminem. Eminem got
That's
all,
the thing.
you know what I'm saying? So all right,
that's
so
crazy.
Okay.
Like I just did a show in Charlotte, and my Uber driver was like, I gotta get your number. I want to see 8 Mile. Like, I want to come up and see you. I go, you don't need to see 8 Mile. She's like,
why?
She was like, you know why? I go, because there's nothing. There's really good parts, and then there's really bad parts. And I'm like, the parts where he was from, like where my family lives down, it's not good. Like you don't see you see the bad of, you want to see that 8 Mile Eminem side. And it's just like, you want to see 24-hour liquor stores. There's a lot of strip clubs, a lot of rims for cash. I'm like, that's what you want to see? Like, you're going to fly all the way up here for that? Like, I can just send you a photo when I leave home tomorrow. Like,
right.
So I never get it of like, people are like, oh, I want to come up and see 8 Mile. I'm like, why? Like, go downtown. Like, there's shops. Like, there's good hotels. Like, we got great malls, great food. Like, we have a downtown nightlife. If you're going to clubs or you want to see a show, like we have Greektown Casino, Windsor, Canada. Like, I don't know. It's always like our city's back. There's stuff to do down here. I'm like, not the 8 Mile stuff, please.
I would say this, and because I'm go back to.
It's interesting though. That's the thing. That's what people tell me.
I'm gonna go back to when you said asked me why did I start this? Why I start this, right? And I'm gonna say this. First, I'm an artist. I'm an indie artist, right? But the thing is, here in the DMV area, I would say it's probably like living 8 Mile, right? You always got to play defense, right? Because you never know You never know. Like, you always got to keep your head on the swivel because
Right.
you never know, right? So I had to move to Miami for 6 years to learn how to play offense, and then I created this, right? So by you saying that reminds me of everybody that visited me in Miami. The first thing they said was, let's go to South Beach, right? And I would say, why the fuck would you want to go to South Beach? Like, no locals go to South Beach. Like, you go to any other beach in fucking Florida.
Yeah.
South Beach is not where we go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the nostalgia of it. It is just for them to be there. I really don't know, but I understand 100% what you saying. Even if I come to Detroit, I still want to fucking go to 8 Mile. I just want to
see it though, and I always do show them. The people are like, "Let's go." I'm like, "All right, let's go."
That's like people go to Cali, they want to go to LA. They just want to see it is what it is. You just want to see it, right? Dope.
My studio here, we're on 8 in Santa Fe. So that's probably 3 blocks from Navarro, where he was like kind of always hanging out by. That's like where the 8 Mile motel is, where you go see, like, it's there. It's just like, I get it that the head on the swivel, and like, to my friends that I've shown them, I'm like, hey, like, this is where it's at, you know. It's kind of like a letdown, but at the same time, it's cool though. I mean, the stamp plant's right there, Henry Ford Hospital's around the corner, and Motown's right around the corner from that.
I was going to ask you that. The Motown and
Motown Museum,
and then the
hospital.
What is that? The Ford plant. Like, where is all that at?
So there's the Ford plant's more in like Lower East Side, more going towards Dearborn.
Okay.
There's the whole McNichols Ave, like West McNichols Ave, where I've done a lot of shows where it's kind of like the pockets. We always talk about like the pockets where one head, you know, you see one car go by, one headlight's on, pop back in the house, like heads on a swivel when you're down there. When we perform more downtown and at shows, we get to kind of take a breath more. We don't have to travel with security, people watching shit. So that's why, as it's gotten since like July, it's been like, oh, we can breathe more and kind of like work on our crafts more, instead of like, shit, why are we in Vinewood again? Oh yeah, we're freestyling. Gotcha. But there's pockets. I mean, the stamp plant's still open. The Chrysler plant, it's more in Dearborn. We have about 3 right now. And Detroit's went through a changing with that, and it's getting better. And I don't know, ups and downs with our economy some days.
But that is another plus, because when it comes to American cars, Ford and all GM and all that,
Chrysler.
Yeah. In Detroit. It's in Detroit. Detroit is the GOAT of that, right? So salute, man. I'm starting to love Detroit. Detroit, right? Okay, so let's get into some music. Right? I just wanted to pay homage to the Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It is because right now this is a field trip. And I just wanted to really know, you know what I'm saying, ins and outs, and you know what we appreciate about Detroit. You know, now let's get to you. All right. I'm gonna tell you what I like the most. Broken Glass, right? I'm gonna tell you about Broken Glass.
Yeah.
I fucks with Broken Glass. And this is why I fucks with Broken Glass. Just like I was telling you about Eminem. The reason we love Eminem is his pain. Right? We love his pain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Broken Glass is not only dope, but we get to feel your pain through the music.
Yeah.
Right? We get to feel your pain through the music, right? So first of all, what made you create Broken Glass?
Yeah, so at that time, so I was going through what I like to think is like my second birth. At that time, I lost my grandma, like my best friend in this world, the one lady that could do no wrong, and the one lady that I knew loved me like forever. and she passed in April, and I went through this time of understanding alcohol is not an answer, that being out of shape isn't an answer, that like you got to take care of yourself. And with her, she always supported my entertaining. She always reposted my albums on Facebook. You know how grandmas are, just trying to help no matter what.
Mhm.
And when she passed, I noticed that like, oh, she was my biggest fan, and I've kind of given up on this dream. After 2024, I got dropped from a label after my second flop, and I was pretty much feeling like that was it. And when she passed, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do what I want to do, and like I'm doing it. Nothing's holding me back, and nothing has sense. So after she passed, I got back into writing. I had a very serious girlfriend at the time, and found out she was cheating on me. So that was more fuel to the fire, and there was a lot of, nah, this is who I am now. And ever
Some
since,
Slim Shady shit.
yeah, there's some shady shit going on for sure. There's a lot of like, nah, this is me. If you don't like who I am, you can fucking go kick sand. I don't know. Um, so there's been a lot of like those references I've gotten a lot. But when I really came out with Broken Glass, and Broken Glass dropped, and a lot of people turned around and started paying attention. I don't know if that was my grandma, like, hey, here's a little gift from God. Good job. There's a lot of rawness in it. I mean, I start the song off with, she said I was slick. After I caught my ex-girlfriend cheating on me and that whole thing happened, I was just sending shots out like crazy. I just went into this whole party boy phase of like, you know what, this is who I am. I don't think this is confidence. Like I'm just gonna be me and live through this ego for a minute and be like, hey, what's up? Oh, she said I was slick. Oh, I tried to hit you. I tried to hit you up. I must have looked like a dick. Okay, like I just kept getting hit with all these like references of like, I like that. I'm like, I'm gonna use that. And then started to turn into like, oh, you know, like talk to so many girls. Women don't know what they need till they see me wearing a Gucci watch they need. And I was like, that's a bar.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, that's going in there. Whenever I do those shows, it's always funny seeing the girls that come to see me and they like turn their head and like, really? Like, oh, you were like ripping on me. I'm like, so now there's like this little like inside joke with my female fans that show up, and it's like, question the bar. I'm like, it's good, it's flaunty, and then it's just like, you know what, my chorus, I don't know what I'm going through, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna try again. Shit's gonna hit the fan again. Well, I'll try again. I don't know. You know, to the people that used to give me a lot of shit and have reached out and apologized and like for trying to make me feel shame. Well, like, look, I just keep trying. I don't stop. I have persistency. I believe in my craft. I believe in my art, and it has a message, and people like it. I mean, I'm sorry I haven't gotten millions of the listeners yet, but I've never had a song get played over 15,000 times, and that's my biggest hit right now.
I will say this. I will say this. Just from the outside looking in. Broken Glass is it.
I get called white chocolate a lot when I sing that too.
Do you know why? Do you know what white chocolate is?
I'm like, my buddies fuck with me. They're like, that's what they called Kid Rock when he was coming up here. I was like, okay.
Okay. So just give you a little history on white chocolate, right? White chocolate, before they called I forgot it, the point guard from Sacramento. I forgot his name, right?
Oh, Mike
I forgot his name. But he was really good. He was really good,
Williams,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is,
White Chocolate, that was his nickname.
Yeah, but before we called him White Chocolate, it was a white basketball player you know, under Jason Kidd. No, it wasn't Jason Kidd. It was it wasn't Jason Kidd, but it'll come to me. Before we called him White Chocolate, we had when the and one and all that, you know, when they was doing a little and one basketball.
Yeah.
We had a white boy here in the DMV who was dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? Jason, what was it? Dude from Sacramento. Is it Jason
Williams?
Jason Williams, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So before Jason Williams was White Chocolate, we had a White Chocolate here when and one was popping here. We had White Chocolate. So that's where, because he's like a Slim Shady. He was like a Slim Shady. Like I tell you, it's always some Hispanics, some white people that's always sprinkled in the hood.
Right.
And he was one. Like, you know, and he was dope as shit.
He played with Randy Moss in high school.
Bro, dope.
Crazy.
Dope. Dope as shit. Like, he's dope as shit. Like, dope, right? So that's the history on White Chocolate, right? So if they call you White Chocolate, I'm telling you, that is probably one of the highest compliments that a black person can call you. I'm telling you, like, that means yes, we stamp him, like he's with us. If we call you White Chocolate, you with us.
Yeah,
we vouch for you, and that's what White Chocolate is, right? Dope, right? So back to Broken Glass. Okay, so when you got the concept, did you now this is the artist side of me now, right? So when you came to Broken Glass, was it the concept? Did you have the beat, or was you just writing in a notebook? Like, where did the concept meet paper? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when did you start putting pen to paper with Broken Glass?
Yeah, I started putting pen to paper probably around August, because it came out August 20th. So end of July, probably around middle of July. It was a 4-week writing process for it. Hope I don't get too much shit for this, but the Drake song Passion Fruit, I got the chorus, kind of kept hearing that a lot, just getting over my ex, and I was like, you don't know what passion is from miles away. I'm like, I think I'd actually sound good with that. And I started playing around with my buddy that goes to Middle Tennessee State doing music production. He sent me this beat, and he was like, hey, I think you'd sound really good on it. I think that it has some potential for you to do some runs, and it's got a hard-hitting 808. So it's hip-hop, but it's light, and just try it out. So I just started playing that track a lot, and I just started not rapping, but talking. Rapping and emceeing, when you try to start getting ideas, you just start talking to it and playing around with different tones, and then finally you hit something, and now finally you can build the cadence, and now you can start writing. And that song for me was a freestyle. I started off with looking at my phone. She said I was slick. Try to hit her up. Must have looked like a dick. And then I just kind of put my shoulders up and looked at the sound engineer, and he was like, let's roll with that. That was a good first. I was like, all right.
So you didn't even write that part. You freestyled that part.
That was the beginning freestyle part. And then we were able to kind of take that and be like, hey, here's kind of your writing sample. Where do you want to take it? And I was like, I want to take it into Bryce. And everybody's like, well, who's Bryce? I'm like, it's my MC name. You can call me MC Bryce, but I just go by Bryce when I perform, because Bryce Vrooman is completely separate than Bryce.
Of course.
He's my artist side. He's the part where you're like, all right, he can be an MC like Marshall Mathers. Or maybe he could.
Your alter ego.
You know, yeah, he's the alter ego. He's the artist, because that's what's something that's great about hip hop is you can just make a character and be a character. I'm massively influenced by Mac Miller. He's on my wall. Mac Miller had this guy called Larry Fishman, where Mac Miller just loved the horns and choir, and a large piano, and he'd just take you on a whole separate jazz hip hop, and people are like, cool. You know, he was just somebody that I looked at and was like, hey, I could make my own little character and be like, I could be Bryce. Well, who's Bryce? Bryce doesn't care anymore. This is what you get. You know, when you've had so many people try to tell you so many different things, like, and your mind's crazy with trying to hear people's different sides. You know what? I'm just gonna listen to myself. I want to do hip hop. This is what I like. I think it sounds good. Run with it. Let's go. This is where we're at. So
I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like the
Yeah.
Who is Bryce? I don't know if that's your album, but that needs to be the name of the album. Like, Who is Bryce is dope as fuck to me. Like,
yeah, that's the name of the next album that's coming out. So there's
dope as fuck.
I just signed with a local distributor. They're called Burning Basement Studio. Shout out to them when they see this. But we're gonna be making for the next album. It's gonna be made in Detroit. A lot of old Detroit influences. I'll take some stuff off the Marshall Mathers LP. But it's going to be more old school. This is going to be an album where it's, oh, Bryce can rap. I can build upon Broken Glass, and I've been pretty confident in the studio, and a lot of stuff's coming together. And I'm excited for that album that comes out in February. And for my people watching, I said some stuff about a surprise, but I just want to say on your show, Broken Glass is getting a professional music video done for it.
I was going to ask you that, and also
So thank you.
that was going to be 2 requests from me.
Yeah.
Please make an official video for that, and
Thank you.
in any of your songs, make sure you have a Barry Sanders jersey, and I'm good.
Oh, not Aiden Hutchinson. That's my guy.
I am good as long as you wear Barry. I'm telling you, if you wear Barry Sanders jersey,
A Barry jersey.
you will be white chocolate in many hoods all over US. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Just make sure you wear a Barry Sanders jersey, or you can wear no, it has to be Barry Sanders. It has to be Barry Sanders.
Yeah, has to.
I like Megatron, but it has to be Barry Sanders because you said old school. It has to be Barry. Right? So okay, so the name Broken Glass, like, how did you come up with that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I pulled it from the Bible. I've said it in a couple like quotes and stuff, and a couple people around like Detroit, and we were able to put it on a Christian show. They say you can't build a house upon sand, and I heard that, and I was like, you know, you can't build a house on broken sand, but you also can't build a house with broken glass. And I was like, oh, that's a great analogy for, you know what, you can't build something that's already broke. All you can do is just put the pieces back together and try again.
That's rock bottom. Like, you can't.
That's right. That's true. There's nothing more we can do except go up.
Go up. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Right. So dope. Okay. All right. When you perform that, right? When you perform that, what are some of the reactions that you see from people when you perform that song?
I love that. I see a lot of like head nodding. I've seen some jaw openings. I've heard screams. I've heard hollers, and I've also heard boos.
Forget the boos. You always
boo. I love it more.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of, whenever I hear booing, and to some of the guys, I'm like, why do you like that? I'm like, because now I know what I got to get better at. What did I do? Oh, my cadence that. Oh, I couldn't hear the DJ, so I didn't know what I was doing. So people just kind of, man, when you see somebody take out their phone while you're performing.
See, this is the reason why I say forget the boos when it comes to Broken Glass, because if people boo on Broken Glass, that means you haven't experienced this. You're not tapped into the frequency. This is not your frequency. And it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Not for everybody, right? Pain is not for everybody. But the people who've been through pain, majority black people and a lot of white people and a lot of pain, like, one thing we can always relate to is pain. That's why we love Eminem. Right? It's the pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to see you all high and we don't need all that. Like, that's not what we want.
You need to see the rap God.
We want to now. Don't get me wrong. When you do that, we know you in your bag. We know that. We know that. We know you got the cape on. You in your Superman face. We know that. You know what I'm saying? But your everyday phase during the week is not going to be that. It's going to be broken glass. It's going to be that. It's ups. It's downs. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just going to relate to it. If you don't relate to it, it's okay. It's not for you. It's not for you. It's okay. But for those who relate to it, that's who you tap into. You know what I'm saying? When I heard it, I was like, yeah, this is the one. This is your one right here. Because not only would it be great in Detroit, it's going to get you out of Detroit.
Thank you.
It's going to get you out of Detroit.
Yeah.
So Broken Glass.
It's been happening. Thank you.
Is the ones. So where you get the beat from?
My buddy made it for me.
Okay.
And then I helped build the 808 track on it, and then I did the backing vocals. So
when he sent you the beat, he just sent you that one beat. Did he give you a beat pack?
Oh, so he gave me one song. It was the chord progressions for it. So the bing bing do do. I'm like, I can run with that. You know, I just stretched that out, threw the drums on it, backing vocals, popped it up. I like production.
What did you add to it?
Oh, I added backing vocals, the 808, the drum pad, which is the gets your cadence on. That's drums. I added another chorus piece, and then I believe there's a guitar part as well. So we added quite amount of stuff here in Detroit, but it was awesome. It's a great song. You know, that's the one song where like I sell it. I just tell people, I'm like, look, I've made bad songs. This just isn't a bad song.
No.
Sorry, it's not a bad song. I'm like, I'm happy it's done well. I'm glad it's, you know, the music video is coming out, and thank you for giving me this space. We got it done by BR Productions. They're a nice production company out here, and it's gonna look good. There's some cool stuff. Like we went to the abandoned paper mill in Kalamazoo. So there's gonna be a lot of cool shots.
I fucks with the song. I really fucks with
Thank
the song.
you.
Just let you know, I fucks with the song.
Thank you. Music video is gonna be good too.
I fucks with the song.
Yeah.
So now we got a few minutes left. And I got a few questions, but I'm gonna ask you just a couple more. Because I'm just kind of interested.
Yeah.
What are you outside of, you know, Broken Glass? Like what projects are you working on like right now?
Yeah, so right now I'm working on a 16-track Bryce album. Who is Bryce?
Dope.
Yeah.
Fucking title. That's fucking dope.
I know. Like so we got that. We got that coming out. Sorry, I'm trying to take notes. We got that coming out. And then I have a collab album called Yin Yang coming out with a local Kalamazoo rapper. That's going to be great. And then we're kind of looking around doing kind of a indie hip hop album. Some more chill stuff like Broken Glass. But Who is Bryce is going to have that vibe as well to it. So yeah, we have 3 albums coming up in 2026, plus shows and potential tour. But we're still negotiating with that. So, and then Broken Glass coming out here at the end of the month. You know, as a fan base, as a team, we're excited around here, and it's gonna be good. I can't complain.
If you need intro, outro, any skits, just let me know.
Thank you.
Broken Glass is it. So just let me know, and I'll do that.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Right? Just final question.
Yeah.
Your family, what do they think of Broken Glass?
So I would say my dad's family in Detroit, they love it. They like it a lot. My mom's family, that's more
like Howell, more suburbs. They don't like it, and that's okay. What matters is that this James Brown quote, swear to God, if it feels good and it sounds good, it is good. What he meant, don't question yourself. If it is good, it feels good, it's meant to be good. So whenever I hear Broken Glass, it's good. I don't know what to tell you. It's a fan of everything in there. There's rapping, there's singing. Like, you can't make everybody happy.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I was like, yeah, no, this is just a good song. I hope you like it. See ya. I don't know.
So why don't they like it? Or why, I won't say why they don't like it, but why they feel a way about it?
Yeah, I think they feel the way about it because some of them are country fans.
Okay.
Don't like the new wave country.
I get it.
It's just some people don't want to hear 808s. And you know what? I get it. I come from a drumming background as well. A lot of people just don't want to listen to 808s. I get that. That's fine. You got your genres. I got mine. But it's a good song. And to the people that didn't want to listen to it. Then they're like, that was actually good. I enjoyed that. Thank you. Because it's me. It's something that, okay, Bryce is different. I'll listen to it. Oh, shit, it was good. That's the reviews I like. Instead of just like, nah, I don't like hip hop. I don't listen to it. I'm good. Okay. Well, thanks. I tried. I'm always a salesman 24/7. It's never off.
That's a fact. And I get it. And I'm not sure if the go-go culture here in the DMV, right? We grew up off of and like I told you, I'm an indie artist, and my name, when it comes to 80 is 808. When I first started, it was the 808.
Yeah.
And for people who do music, that's that heartbeat. That's that heartbeat. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't gonna feel it, but for those who do feel it, you know what I'm saying? That's who it's, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the name comes from. So, but I appreciate you for entertaining what I got going on here. So you are always welcome. Whatever you need from me, you have access to me. You got it. You know what I'm saying? So just to close it out, where could the people reach out to you at?
Yeah, so where to find me on all platforms, Bryce, BRYCE .VROOMAN, Vrooman. Bryce Vrooman on Instagram, Facebook, X, Twitter, and then Bryce Vrooman without the period on all platforms. Everywhere else, that's where you can find me.
Dope. So let's set up something where you either come to the DMV or I go to Detroit, and let's make that
perfect. I love that.
Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate
you.
Let's do this again.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
sir. Bro. Thank you.
Sir. Yes.
What's good, Joe? We from the home of Herbs and Original, Go-Go, Mumble Sauce, Marvin Gaye, Martin Lawrence, Roger P. Hicks, Dave Chappelle, Samuel L. Jack, Genuine, Maya, Anne-Marie, Kevin Durant, Tommy Davis, DJ Cool, Wale, my number one of all time black.
See, I'ma keep it real, with my weapon on me concealed. I'm Ralphion, that nigga from up the hill, used to come through crushing in the butters. A tray deuce in my boot with a fresh box cutter. 10th place, I belong to them. Mikey Wayne funkin' them. Never was no bullies, but you don't wanna run with them. Better finances, big money advances. Daddy-daughter dances, no penitentiary chances. I made man, keep them guessing. Motherfuckers wanted steam, so I had to press them. Just so you